Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Skyrim of the First Sin. Last we left off, we began our adventures into the Shaded Woods. I think we started off at Regula, I believe. We had to go talk to Benhard of Jugo. Because once you unpetrify Rosabeth, he has additional dialogue, and if you don't talk to him then, he won't move from his spot. So we went back, talked to him just to make sure to move him along. I'm not quite sure what his next spot is at. I'm not 100% sure. It might be in Drangelic Castle for all I know, but I think it is in Drangelic Castle. But we'll come upon him eventually. But we talked to him, and then we pressed into the Shaded Woods. Just kind of fought through some more little goblins, as the game calls them. Well, we did die because we, after talking to Jugo, I went to open the door, and I forgot that, there's the 8 goblin ambush that happens, and we weren't able to kill him quick enough, so we just got overwhelmed and poisoned and all that fun stuff. So, but after that, into Shaded Woods, just kind of followed the path. It'll eventually lead you to a bonfire, which has 3 different paths. So we explore the paths left to right. The left path led us to some falconers, which are probably going to be our main source of sunlight metals for offline covenant farming stuff. But there is a better source of them a bit later down the road. Just down the road. It has a bit more of them and closer to a bonfire, so but the falconers will drop sunlight metal, so that's going to be our source of them. So I just kind of went through those falconers, picked up I think a few twinkling Titanite. I think one body had like 2 of them on it, a bunch of soul items. Eventually made our way to, another body had the Dragon Slayer Crescent Axe. It's a really cool looking weapon. I do want to use it at some time. Maybe in the castle, but we'll see. One of the bodies had the Dragon Slayer Crescent Axe, the gold falconer shield, which led to a path going up towards the Shrine of Winter. The Shrine of Winter is the gateway towards Drangelic Castle. And the only way to open that door is to either beat the 4 old ones or have 1,000,000 soul memory. Either one will open the door, leading to the altar that takes you to the Crown of the Ivory King DLC or the Drangelic Castle. So we got to the door, turned back because I'm not going to do that until we beat all the old ones. But it is along the path to Shaded Woods, or at least one of the branching paths. So we went back to the bonfire, went to the center path. That led us to an ogre, 2 kobolds, the little monkey dog things. Unlike the ones things betwixt, those ones will be aggressive if you get close. And I'm not sure if those 2 can, but I know the kobolds in Aldia's Keep, at least outside of Aldia's Keep, they can drop the Black Knight weapons. But I don't know if those 2 can. I wouldn't be surprised if they can, but I might have to check it out. But took care of the ogre, those 2 kobolds, picked up the red tearstone ring, which boosts attacks at low health values. Made our way up, found a king's door, a door that requires us to have the king's ring on, which can only be gotten in the undead crypt past Drangelic Castle and all that stuff. So we'll get to that door a bit later. There is a CN Knight guarding the door. I decided to let him live for now, but we'll get him once we get the king's ring. So we went back to the bonfire, and then we pressed forward into the Shaded Woods. Into the Misty Woods. It's right down there. It's a wooded area, a whole bunch of thick fog, filled with NPC-like enemies that are, I won't say transparent, but they're shaded like that guy over there. He's not quite transparent, but he is shaded such that in the fog he's pretty hard to distinguish at a distance. Yeah, and you can't lock onto him, so yeah, it makes going through that section precarious. So we just kind of took our time, hung along the right wall, took care of the enemies as we found them or encountered them. Came up on a chest with the old sun ring, which is a ring that explodes every time you take damage. Or not every time, but after a certain amount of damage taken, it'll explode. Yeah, so, considering how we keep getting hit by those guys with our builds last time, our boxing build, we put it on. It did help. It did kill at least one or two of them. But so we looted the ring, continued hugging the right side. At that point, it was a cliff, so we just kind of continued hugging the cliff. Found a what's it called? There's a word for it. Almost like a little ledge. Well, yeah, I'll just say a ledge. I found a ledge leading to another chest containing the Chloranthy ring +1. That's just a better version of it. Starting into the +1 rings. Yeah. And after that, we continued hugging the right wall, clearing out the enemies as we went, and we found our way up to the head of Vengarl. Yeah, the head of Vengarl. Another merchant guy. Yeah, we talked to him a bit. He eventually gave us his helmet, and we also bought some stuff from him. We bought our claymore from him, a few gold pine resins, a few lightning urns. I'm trying to remember what else he had. I think he had some spells. And I think he had a magic barrier spell, and I want to say something else, but I don't quite remember what the other thing was. But we bought some stuff from him. So, and after that, we just picked up the fire seed right next to him. Went back into the shaded woods. Yep. And we eventually made our way back to the entrance. And at that point, we followed the faded path on the ground. Yeah, this kind of a faded path that kind of gets covered with leaves every now and then. But if you follow the path, it will take you kind of like a big loop through the area. So, yeah, so we just followed the path, take care of some enemies, came upon a cursed jar, and I think another chest containing the clear bluestone ring +1, a ring that increases cast speed, so faster casting, always good. I think we picked up some soul items that are just lying on some corpses. Yep. Dealt some more enemies, and after that, we made our way up here. Yep. Came out of the shaded woods, up the stairs over here, lit the bonfire, and I think that was it. I think that was all we did. And just kind of, we're technically halfway through shaded woods. Yeah, this other section here is shaded woods, but so we just kind of made our way into the woods. And between episodes, I went back down to Black Gulch to get some more Titanite chunks. And I upgraded our claymore here to +9. I probably should upgrade to +10. I do love the claymore, so I'm going to be using it probably here and there. I upgraded the claymore here, upgraded these greaves and our gloves here at +6. I think that was all I upgraded right now, yeah. And with the souls we got, we put 4 points into strength. So now we have 20 strength. Enough to wield Havel's armor if we wanted to, as well as one-hand the claymore here. And the claymore needs at least 20 strength to one-hand. So I made sure I got that. Yep. And I'm trying to think what else we did between episodes. Upgraded our piracy flame with the seed. And I think that was it. I think that's all I really did. Yeah, just got some more chunks, leveled up a bit, upgraded some items. I think that was it. I believe that was it. Yep. And for today, we're going to finish up Shaded Woods. Yep. I'm going to clear out this other little section here. Yeah, the main enemies in this little section are those guys over there. I think they're the Lion Clan Warriors, I think is what they're called. Yeah. Very tanky guys. They have extremely high poise, if not infinite poise, so you can't stagger them like other enemies. They're pretty slow, but they hit really hard. Yep. And they're very resistant to the elements. Like, don't even bother using elements against them. Yeah, fire, magic, lightning, dark, all that. It does like nothing to them. So it's just stick with your melee against them. You can parry them, but you can't riposte. You can backstab them, but again, they're pretty tanky. They don't have that much health, but they are pretty resistant to a lot of stuff. I think they're like practically immune to poison. I think they can be poisoned, but it's not even worth it. It's like the mannequins. The mannequins can be poisoned, but it'll take forever for it to happen. So it's not really worth it. So your best bet is just kind of avoid their swings and just try to get behind them and do a backstab if you can. They do have shields, but they don't really use it that much. But they will use their shields. And there's a bunch of curse jars in here, hence the veil on our heads and some awkward spots. There's some more of those little transparent guys. Dark Diver Grendel's here. His second location's here. I'm pretty sure Creighton the Wanderer's here. I think he's up there, actually. Ornifex is here. We have to go help her out. Man Scorpion Tarkus is here. I think Vengarl's body is here as well. So we have to go kill his body and go out to talk to Vengarl for the rest of his stuff. There's also a special line warrior, a golden one that has unique drops to him, but he doesn't respawn, so it's a good chance we won't be getting it. But I'm going to at least try to. But, yeah. It's a lot of good stuff in here, so... And at the end is Scorpionus Nashka, who shouldn't be too hard, especially since I will be summoning Tarkus for it, because I think you get stuff from him if you summon him. Yeah. So, yeah, she's not very hard. She is resistant to magic, but weak to fire, weak to thrust. Yeah. All I gotta do is put on our fire wing spear, and we should be good. So, So yeah, that's the plan. Just kind of finish up this little section here. Quite a few statues requiring fragrant branches of yore. So hopefully we have quite a bit. We have two, but there's only two statues here that we want to unpetrify. I'm pretty sure it's him over there, and there's another one blocking a chest. I think those are the only two we really want to unpetrify. No, well, yeah. I'm pretty sure we can get those fragrant branches back by unpetrifying those two. But anyway. So yeah, the plan for today is just finish up the Shady Woods. Yep. And our equipment for today, again, all this might change depending on the situation, but starting off with our Claymore +9. Yep, I really do love me my Claymore. Yeah, because its R1s are sweeping slashes, and its R2 is a thrust into a wide slash. So the thrust attack there is really, really nice, especially in tight corridors. So got a Claymore, the bow for some ranging, just in case. I know there's some basilisks we could probably pick apart with this. One sweatshirt to put here, so I have my parrying dagger, though I'm probably not going to be parrying anything, just for, I guess, the looks. Yeah. Form over function, sometimes. Priest Chime, because I have some lightning spears, even though it's a bad idea to use against the Lion Warriors. We can use them against the other enemies in the area. Yeah, I also have a Force Miracle to just kind of shove lesser enemies away, and a Magic Barrier, mainly for the boss, but yeah. So, Priest Chime +9, got my Chloranthy Ring +1, I have my Delicate String here. This increases our chances of being invaded, because there is a chance for the Forlorn to invade here. So I'm putting this on just to get him to invade. So the next invasion of the Forlorn will get us whatever weapon he has. So if a Greatsword spawns, we can get this Greatsword. If the Scythe spawns, we get their Scythe. So I want to get their weapons. That's why I have this on. So once the Forlorn spawns, I'll change this out to something else. Ring of Blades +1, because we're mainly doing physical. Serpent Ring for more souls. Could probably change this to the Gold Serpent Ring at this point, just for better drops, but yeah. It's whatever I want, really. One of these would probably help. But going with the souls, I guess. In our outfit today, we've got the Black Witch's Veil. Again, there's some curse jars here and some really awkward positions. This just helps us, you know, not have to deal with them too much. Bone King robe. We got this from defeating the Skeleton Lords and buying it from Tichi Grin. I think it goes pretty well with the veil. I like it. Our Gurm Govs from the one Gurm in that passageway between Majula and Shaded Woods. I think it looks pretty cool. And our Haid Knight leggings. Yep. Just mainly for the physical defenses, really. Yeah, these two have some pretty decent physical defense for their weight, so... And it looks pretty stylish, I think. I like it. Flask, gems, arrows. Here are my stats. Again, I put 4 points into strength just so I can one-hand the claymore. Yep, levels come pretty easily in Dark Souls 2. Yep, pretty easily. So I wouldn't be surprised if we reach like almost like 250 by the end of this. So, all right. Again, my spells are Force, 2 copies of Lightning Spear, and Magic Barrier. Alright. Shall we get the show on the road? Sure, let's do this. Should we go up first or take care of that guy? Let's go up first. Yeah, there's a soul item up here. I'm pretty sure we can do our jump to that, I think, from up here. A Radiant Life Gem. Yeah, I do definitely jump over there, but we're going to do that because we need to unpetrify him, but I want to get the other two unpetrified first. Because I know I can get our branches of yore back after doing that. So we'll come back here later. Just kind of get a good, decent little survey of the area. Some more of those little transparent guys. Chest, and you can see another cursed jar. I think there's some more over there. Oop. Overshot. I didn't mean to overshoot. I wanted to kind of do a plunging attack over him, but I jumped too far. Yeah, you can hear the cursed jars laughing at you, but we got the Witch's Veil, so we don't care. I think we could jump across from here, but I don't want to. I'm pretty sure you're trapped. I think you're a trapped chest, so I don't want to put my shield on. Oh, you're not. Okay, I thought you were. 10 magic bolts. Cool. Or is the one up top the trapped one? Might be the one up top. Alright. Yeah, you could definitely jump from here. Don't want to do that just yet. Not really. Well, it is a quick, easy way back, and I think we need to unpetrify him to get the Fang key, which is what we need to get Ornn effects. Yeah, I might as well just do this now. Let's run off. Take that cursed jar. And you can actually see there's Dark Diver Grendel, another altar thing. Those pools in there are acid. They will corrode your equipment. They'll do durability damage. Yeah. So just be very careful when you're in there. Brave Warrior and some firebombs? Don't mind if I do. I don't think this leads anywhere, yeah. Oop, just a random little thing, huh? Alright, Mr. Lion Warrior. Give me a second. Okay. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're the one with the fang. Let him stand up. Yes, you are. Good. The one with the fang key. And again, well, I say they're tanky, but I mainly mean that they don't flinch for anything, so you can't like stagger them, and they're very resistant to elementals. But if you have a melee weapon, you should be fine. So you're the one with the fang key, which is what we wanted. So, all right. So let's press forward. Yeah, we'll do that later. Yep, there's the cursed jar up there. But again, we have the Witch's Veil, so we don't care. Alright. Trying to get a survey of surroundings. I think that way will lead us to Man-Scorpion Tarkus. But we're not really there yet. Is it this one? No, it's that one over there. That cursed jar. Just be careful, because there's a platform it's sitting on. If you walk onto it, it will break. So, yeah, just don't go running at it. We go this way. I think we need to jump across. There we go. Excuse me, sir. You, I'm pretty sure you're trapped. At least I think you are. It's been a while since I've played. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a trap chest around here. Anyway, chunk and a petrified dragon bone. Nice, nice. The chunk not so much because we could get them, but the petrified dragon bone definitely. I don't have a good source of them just yet. Alright, I'm pretty... Well, I just want to check this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is nothing, yeah. I don't think it's anything. Alright. Alright, where do we want to go? That way will lead us to the end, so let's go this way. Yes, you can parry with a greatsword. If you two-hand your greatsword, you do well, for the PS controller it's L2, but that is a parry animation. I kid you not, it is. Pretty slow compared to the standard parry tools, but it is a parry. I don't know, you could great swords can parry. It's really slow. Axes you can parry with. Oh, there's a bunch of different weapons you can parry with, surprisingly. But it's another invisible guy. Butterfly, some torches. Yep. This is nothing. There's no fake walls here. Not having to worry about these cursed jars is so nice. So nice. I remember coming through here a few times without the veil, and I was like, being really afraid of getting cursed because it builds up quickly, and yeah, it's just no. Not having to worry about it is really nice. Thank you. Ferrous Lockstone and a soul item. Right, there is a crystal lizard in here. I think there might be two. I think it's over here. So there's Man-Scorpion Tarkus. Here's a chest. Yep, there it is. There's the crystal lizard. Okay. Let's hopefully we can hit him. Oh, come on. You're gonna get away, aren't you? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This game. I swear. Alright. Not a mimic. Not trapped, but you are? The Dark Scythe. Is it a scythe that's infused in dark? Yes, okay. So it's a scythe weapon that's infused with dark. Right. Yeah. Has an extended slash reach when swung broadly, but beware those attacks may be wielded vulnerable. Again, it's a bardiche, not a scythe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a bardiche. Alright. Alright, so we need to drop down. Alright. So this is Man Scorpion Tarkus. If you talk to him, he's not going to say anything. Because we can't understand him. Yeah, we can't understand him. So in order to talk to him, you need the Ring of Whispers. Yep. The Ring of Whispers. Can hear the voices of foes. Yep. And you get this from Shalquar, from Jula. You have to buy it from her. So you put the ring on, and we can talk to Tarkus.
Human, are we? This is no place for you. Be gone.
Be gone? We don't want to be gone.
Are you not afraid of me? Humans rarely come here. Those who do turn back when they see me, or make an attempt on my life. But you are different.
Well, yes, we are, because we can control our tempers. We don't go swinging at anybody and anything, but... Anything else?
We once had a master. He created us long, long ago. But he was born with a fatal flaw. He resented those who had what he lacked and became fully mired in hatred. Eventually, he drove himself mad. It was at the peak of this madness that he conjured up we strange creatures.
Yeah, that could mean... Definitely, well, you could definitely take that dialogue and point to Seath the Scaleless, yeah. Because he envied the dragons because he didn't have the scales of immortality, so he tried to... Eventually drove him mad. But it's not about Seath, it's about the Duke. Duke Sildor, I think is what he's called. But he's basically the parallel for Seath the Scaleless. So... Anything else?
Our master was a tragically lonely soul. Eventually, his solitude eroded his very reason. In the end, he never understood what it was that he truly lacked.
A companion? Love?
Nobody knows when we were born, or where our master has gone. The only ones who even speak a human tongue are myself and my better half.
His better half, huh?
I wish to ask a favor of you. I want you to kill my betrothed. Once, I always found her at my side. But as time went on, things went awry. She became violent, raging uncontrollably. Eventually, she came after me. And we have been locked in combat ever since.
Yeah, his other half is Scorpionus Nachka. Yep. So I guess Nachka was once, reasonable, had a mind of her own, but now she became nothing but a beast, huh? Like nothing but another monster to put down. He wants us to kill her, huh?
We seem to be at a standstill. The wounds we exchange are never lethal. I was born of my master's madness. Perhaps this is some curse. I will be sure to assist you in return.
Sure to assist us in return, huh? Anything else?
The past is a distant fog. My name was Tark. That is all that I remember.
And here I was calling you Tarkus, but it's just Tark. Alright. Well, it's Man Scorpion Tark then. Anything else?
The past is a My name was...
Alright, so that's it. So that's all he has for us until we skill Scorpius Nachka. So, yep. Man Scorpion Tark. Alright. And again, if you want to talk to him, gotta put the Winger Whispers on. Ring of Whispers, I mean. Alright. So, we can go back up, we can go through here. Yeah, there's another Man Scorpion blocking the path. Yeah, and I think Vengarl's body is through here. If it's not through here, then it's the Golden Lion that I was talking about. But I think he's somewhere else. So I'm pretty sure Vengarl's body's in there. Alright. Yeah, there's no other fake walls or anything. So let's go this way. Lead us back this way, which will lead us back to where the lizard was. I'll come get you later. So. Alright. So now we just press forward, I guess. I don't care. Okay, so we don't want that statue. We want to leave him there. Another Lion Warrior. Not too bad. Not too bad. Even with the stone ring, we wouldn't be staggering him at all. Oh, there you are. So that's the Golden Lion Warrior. Yeah, he's the one that doesn't respawn, but he also has a special chest piece and helmet he can drop. So I'm going to do a quick outfit change. Slap on. I'm hoping we can at least get a so hopefully we can at least get one of them. Yeah, the prisoner set increases, or at least the mask and the chest piece increase item discovery. Alright. He does have a bit more health than the others. He does actually use his shield properly, so... Hey, over here. Yeah. Not too bad, not too bad. Ooh, what did he drop? He dropped something. Oh, come on. Not what I wanted. I got gypped. It's like he dropped something. It wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, boost petrification resist. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot. Yeah, he doesn't respawn either, so in order to get his drops, you have to use bonfire ascetics in order to get him to respawn. But I don't feel like doing that just yet. Alright. Another Lion Warrior. Okay, I thought I'd get backstab, but nope. Alright. Ooh. Easy there, buddy. check and see if there's any items in barrels, but... Alright. Are there any other moths? Nope. This guy's... You can petrify him for a item on the corpse, but we're not going to do that just yet. Not until we have the other statues unpetrified first. Lockstone and Brave Warrior. Alright. Yeah, you can see it shake there. Go. Yep. And down below is a bunch of basilisks. Yep. You can't see them here. They're like the little alcoves there, like right there. And there's like 2 of them each one, and there's like an alcove on each side. So there's quite a number of basilisks down there. So, yeah. Again, if you run onto this thing, it will break and fall. So, just don't go running. Life gem. Ow. 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 You can't. Forgot you can't lock onto these guys. I'll try that again, buddy. Try that again. Thank you. I had the parry dagger. Had to at least parry once. Alright. Just checking for little moths. You can hear the little hoot hoot. Yeah, that's Ornifex down there, so we'll get to her in a moment. Let's take care of this guy. Thank you. There's another basilisk. I think we want to petrify that lion warrior. That's another. Ow. Come on. Ah. I gotta do it again. I'm a little slow. Alright. Alright, I gotta stop. There we go. We'll unpetrify you. Come on. I think you can... Yeah, we can parry these guys, but... Oh, way too slow. Really? Really? Wow. Or am I... I have to do it a bit sooner. I know you can. I want to... These guys hurt. Alright. You know what? That's it. Never mind. Can you not parry these guys? I'm almost certain you can. I need to... Okay, you know you can't. Yeah, that was our... We were definitely in the animation frame there. So I thought you could parry these guys, but I guess not. Okay, I thought you could, but... Ooh, we got a skirt. I thought you could parry them, but I guess not. So don't even try. Lion Warrior Skirt. Skirt by the Lion Clan Warriors. Lion Clan are an offshoot race that have no ties to humans. They would murder anyone with the curious notion of approaching them. Lion Clansmen seem to despise their own looks, as they have hate being seen. Reduces fall damage. Where was it? Up here? No, it's further down. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. It's a bunch of strings, but apparently reduces fall damage. Alright, so I thought you could parry these guys, but I guess not. Because we were definitely in the parry animation that one hit. But alright. We have Branch of Yore, Line Mage robes, cuffs, and skirt. Line Mage robes. Probably up here. There it is. Line Mage robe. The Lion Clan are offshoot that appears in historical records quite abruptly, as if one day they climbed up out of the depths of the very earth itself. Improves casting speed. Okay, okay. I can get behind that. This also improves casting speed. So I guess all 3 pieces increase cast speed? Yes, it does. Maybe. I don't know. Let me just put my stuff back on. This... Sorry. Fashion Souls demands I have to take a look. Nah, we'll stick with that. Okay. And so we got our favorite Branch of Yore back. That's all I really wanted. Alright. So that way is to Scorpionus Notchka. And you can also see a summon sign here. Should be Bradley. Yep. Bradley of the Old Guard. Alright. Yeah. This bot right here is another drop down. If you walk over it, it will fall over. Like that. Yep. I think that takes us to Grendel, actually, so we might take that. But yeah, so just so you don't get caught by surprise, there's this little hole here. I thought there was an item over here. I thought I saw one, but anyway. Give me your stuff, butterfly, moth thing. Wiltus Duskard. Cool. Alright, let's check out these silos real quick, or these little ramparts, or towers, or whatever. I'm pretty sure Crane's up here somewhere. Yep, there he is. What's up, Crane? Fancy meeting you here.
Just wait, you dirty rat. I remember you. Don't you scare me like that. I thought you were him.
Thought we were Pate. You seem to be trapped in thought about killing him, but...
That bastard with the ring lives in Brightstone Cove down the way. I'm gonna find him and settle the score. Nobody insults me like that.
Nobody insults you, huh? Well.
For the good of the world and for my own honour. I won't let that bastard live another day.
Yep, he has it out for Pete, huh? Anything else?
For the good of the world, I won't let that...
Alright, so he should now move on to Brightstone Seldora? Or Brightstone Cove Seldora, anyway. Yeah, in our next encounter, they will be fighting. Yep, and then we'll have a choice to make. Yep. So, alright, Crane, see you when you're in your fight. Brave Warrior and Skeptic Spice. I think this is the other side, yeah. Alright, so yeah. Their next encounter will be them fighting, so yep. And over here should be nothing. It's just a little curse jar that's probably below us. Oh, it's outside. Yeah, it's right here. Stupid curse jar. Alright. And alright, so we're gonna take this hole. This should lead us to Dark Diver Grendel. Or a chest and Grendel over there. Over there. Alright. Chest. Homing Soul Mess. Don't mind if I do. Yep. Yeah. Multiple soul masses appear over the head and they home in on their target. The spell was said to have been devised by a master sorcerer, but his name is long forgotten. The sorcerer in question is Master Logan. Yeah, from Dark Souls 1. Yeah, he created this and Soul Spear. Yep. The number of spears over your head depends on your intelligence level. I think the max amount is 5 at, I believe it's 25 intelligence. I'll have to double check, but I think it's 25 intelligence. So. Oh no, never mind. It says 24 there, so it's probably more than that. Never mind. I'll have to double check again. Anyway, another sorcery for use. And our second location of Dark Diver Grendel. What's up, my man? You gonna let us do our covenant this time?
Young undead, don't let this curse weigh upon you. We meet a second time. Perhaps you will yet traverse the dark. Young undead, if you truly seek the dark, then we will surely meet again.
Alright, so you have to actually encounter him all 3 locations for him to actually do his little covenant. Shucks. Alright, so I guess we'll have to meet him again in Drangelic Castle in order to get his thing. Or at least allow us to do the covenant. Alright.
May we meet again. Somewhere. Sometime.
Alright, I think that's everything.
May we?
Yes, okay. Alright, so yeah, so we have to encounter him all 3 locations in order to do the dark dive. So, I was hoping we could do it a bit sooner than that, but I guess not. Alright. Again, those are acid pools that will corrode our equipment. So just be careful. Alright. Thank you. Apparently they count as water because that did the lightning AoE. That only happens when it's in water. Alright, basilisks. Let me just slap on petrification resist real quick. Alright. So we don't get instantly petrified by accident. There's 1, there's 2, there should be, yep, there's another one. Alright. Two on each side, so that one probably came out from here. Raw stone. A twinkling titanite, don't mind if I do. And this requires the Fang key. You can actually kind of see on the other side. You might be able to bust this door open, considering it's cracked, but just use the Fang key. And for people who play Dark Souls, do not attack this guy. This is Ornifex. Yep. And our branch is yours. Thanks. So we got our branches back. This is Weaponsmith Ornifex. She's the other boss soul trader. You bring her some boss soul, she'll give you weapons. What's up, my lady? Looking pretty feathered.
Thank you for helping me. I am Ornifex. I owe you some form of thanks, but have nothing for you at the moment. If it would not trouble you, could you visit my abode just down the way?
Just down the way. Yeah, we'll find her in Bright Cove as well, so...
Thank you, kind traveler. I believe that I can be of assistance if you would visit me at my home.
We will, don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, so she repeats herself. Yep. Weaponsmith Ornifex. That's the Crow Demon model from Dark Souls. Yep. Alright. So now we rescued her. She'll be our service back down in Brightstone. Brightstone. And this should drop us out right by the Fang guy. Yep. Right here. Okay. So I'm going to use one more of our fragrant branches to petrify one of these statues. I have that one there, or I have the one by Tarkus, or Tark. No, I keep calling him Tarkus, it's just Tark. But, so we're actually going to do this one over here, just cause. Alright. We should definitely make this jump, so... Plunging attack just so you don't roll. Another dusk herb. Thank you. Oh, a Cien Knight. Nice. Hello. Should we try parry with the great sword? Probably going to turn out really bad, but we can try. Oh, we can put our delicate ring back on. Although he's probably not going to spawn because the Forlorn's chance of spawning is determined every time you rest. So I don't think he's going to spawn if he hasn't already. But alright. We're going to actually try and parry with the great sword. It'll probably go terribly, but we're going to try. Yeah, got it. It's very, very long wind up. Come on, I can do this. Oh, I think we just missed. I want to do it because I've never actually done it. Oops. Yeah. It's a pretty long wind up. Oh. Almost got it. Almost got it. Didn't mean to do that. One of my life gem. Oh, just missed. Alright, never mind. I'm just gonna beat you up the normal way. I try to get fancy, but... oh well. I know, it's not a good idea if you're not used to it, but gotta practice somehow. Sublime Bone Dust as usual. And Twilight Herb, Brave Soul. Nice. Right. It's a good spot for an invisible hollow, but I don't think there's any over here. Yeah, alright. Alright. Mr. Lion Warrior, unpetrify. We need to get past you. I thought I'd get out of range, but I wasn't. Right. So we did that so we could fight this guy. There he is. That is Vengarl's body. That's Vengarl's body. In fact, his head is actually right down here. It is right over there. It's not rendered in, but that's where it's lying. So his head's down there, his body's up here. Alright. This guy's pretty chunky. If I remember right, he hits pretty hard, so good luck. Should I try and backstab or chuck a bolt at him? Oh, that's a lot of health. That is a lot of health. Yeah, that is a lot of health. Oh, ooh, you do bleed. Wow. Just let the bleed go away a little bit. What are you doing, buddy? Are you trying to get back to your spot? Body of Vengarl. And you get its armor, gloves, and boots. So we got the rest of the armor set. I think it's right here. Yep. Very heavy set, very good physical. Vengarl is known as a raging, deadly warrior. Even Ferocian Lion Knights are a motley crew of rabid fighters, kept him at arm's length. Yep. It's a nice red color. Yeah, boots, yeah. Not greaves, boots. Probably put us at like heavyweight. Yep. Ooh, his gloves? There are gloves, there's gloves. Gloves with no sleeves. Oh, cool. Alright. Now you want our lighter load. Alright, Vengarl body. Yep. And so now, if we go back to the head of Vengarl, he'll give us his other stuff. In fact, you can actually... Each drop is survivable, but we'll take the long way around. Yep. Torch. Don't think there's any fake walls in here. This is the other statue. If you don't petrify this, we can get to Tark over there. But there's no need to unpetrify both of them. You only need one. Okay. Okay, yeah. We'll just go back this way. Alright. Just hop across. Yep, there's a chest here. I am almost certain you are trapped. I'm just assuming they're trapped from now on. Really? We haven't had a trap chest in a while. Black Knight Halberd. One of the better weapons of Dark Souls. Yep, halberd wielded by knights who served a lord of light in a long-forgotten age. Even after their flesh was charred by flame, they remained as strong as ever, which stood watch, challenging visitors to their land. Very good halberd moveset, but again, halberds in Dark Souls 2 have a sweet spot mechanic. So if you don't hit them with the tip of the blade of this weapon, you're not gonna do the whole damage. Yeah. Very powerful, very powerful. We can wield it, so it's not a bad option if we want to give it a try. But, Alright, so there's that little ledge. Should just have to sprint off. There we go. Bring us back to where this line warrior with the fanged key was at. So bonfire. Alright, so all that's really left is to fight Nashka, but I'm gonna go quickly talk to Vengarl, the head of Vengarl. We want the rest of his stuff. So I'm probably just going to skip to where we actually talk to him. Alright, Vengarl. We killed your body.
Back again? Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
And talk.
Ah, it was you who vanquished my body. It is my body, you see, and I can sense what happens to it. I do not mourn for it. Good riddance. If you wish for help, summon me. I'm rusty in battle, but will fight by your side.
Alright, so now he's a available NPC summon for certain fights. Yep. Yeah, he's going to be like your little tanky bruiser type summons. So we might summon him once. We'll see. But anything else?
I'm grateful for these peaceful days. But such contentment lies only in the here and now. Why must life be so confounding?
That is true. It must be so confounding, but now if we go to his buy, he has new inventory. Yep. Particularly these 3 weapons here. Or these 2 weapons and shield. Yep. Once you beat his body, these become available. The Red Rust Sword. The straight sword of the warrior Vengarl of Ferosa. The sword is battle-worn and terribly rusted, but remains a deadly weapon owing to its incredible weight. Yep. 8 units. Legend has it that it was built to test the limits of the strength of Ferosan knights, until Vengarl swung it about like a wooden plaything, claiming ownership by demonstration. Yep. It's your strength straight sword. Here we have the Red Rust Scimitar. It's like a strength curved sword. Curved sword of the warrior Vengarl Ferosa. Yep. Incredible weight. Legend has it that was built to test knights. Yep. And the Red Rush Shield. Yep. 17.5. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, very poor elemental resistances, but a solid 100 physical, so it's an option. The chisel on the face was carved by Vengarl to count the heads he claimed. The shield is terribly rusted and worn, but incredibly powerful, as if the deeds of its previous owners have rubbed off on it. So we'll come back for these eventually, but no care for them right now. This curved sword is actually pretty cool, pretty good. But all right.
I cannot lie. I want,
All right.
but
All right.
farewell. will retire to my silence.
Right. Vengarl. Yep. So once you beat his body up, you can buy his weapons from him, and he becomes a summon. Nice. Alright. So we'll use a Homer Bone to get back to the bonfire. I don't feel like running through the woods again. This time we'll also get a chance for the Forlorn to spawn, so that's what I really want. Alright. So all we got now is the boss. Do I want to use my spear, or do I want to change something else? And the Knights... Line Wars respawn, enemies respawn. Alright. Let's rest. Rest to get our stuff back. Yeah, because Notchka is weak to fire, so do I want to add fire? You know what? We'll do it. We'll add some fire. We'll get some flame swath action. As well as some firestorm. You know, I don't think firestorm's going to be terribly good against her. I don't think it hits more than once. Alright. Now let's do this. Oh no, we'll leave it like that, never mind. Okay. Alright, so let's go to Notchka. Hopefully the Forlorn spawn, but... Ow. Ow, wooed. Alright. Maybe... Alright, Forlorn spawn, please. There you go. I heard him over there. There he is. You have a great sword. Alright. Ah. A bit slow. So I can get out of range. Gotcha. Pretty chunky boy. There we go. That's what I like to see. Dark Spirit Forlorn has vanquished. Got an effigy. And that is our 5th Forlorn. Yep. The 5th one will drop their weapon, whichever one they were wielding. So he had the great sword, so now we can go back to Strayed and we can buy the great sword from him. So all we need now is to get a scythe one to spawn to get their scythe. Yep. Sweet. Yeah, so I'm going to be using the delicate string from now on to get them to spawn. But alright. Oh, he's trying to path to us, huh? Alright, whatever. Alright, so here's Bradley, the old guard. I'm not gonna need him. And here we go. That is Scorpionus Notchka. And this should be Tark. Yep. Man, Scorpion, Tark. Nice. Alright. I don't need that, I can need that, we'll keep that, I can need this. She does use magic damage. She also poisons. Should put this on just so Tark has a better chance of surviving. I mean, I don't really care if he does. Well, I probably should, just in case. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, Tark. Let's go! Alright, so again, this is Scorpioness Nachka. Tark. She's pretty straightforward. She's another, like, a Quelaag type enemy. Part scorpion, part lady. The fight starts with her scorpion half buried in sand, with her human half above. I think while she's like that, she's invincible, so you can't hurt her or anything. So you have to get in close just to trigger the fight itself. Yeah. For the most part, she does use spells. She has like a little soul spear type spell, a soul mass type spell that will conjure orbs above her and shoot projectiles at you. She has her tail swipes, her tail stabs, which can poison. You can cut her tail off, but there's no real point. You don't get anything out of it, just to untail her. There is an item in the arena that can only be gotten with her breaking it. It's on a tree that she has to break. So you have to lure her over to it, let her do like a, I think it's a tail swipe can break it, but if you don't get it, that's fine. It's a flame butterfly, so it's like, if you get it, good. If you don't, not the end of the world. Yeah. For the most part, she just has, claw swipes. She has like a little staff, halberd thing in her hand. Yeah. So she's not too bad. She's not too bad. She can burrow underground, kind of go after you, and kind of like do like an attack as she gets out. So yeah, that's probably the most dangerous attack we're gonna have to deal with, because you just don't know when she's gonna do it, or pop out anyway. So, all right, yep. Again, she's weakest to thrust and fire. I could probably put on my fire infused spear to make this go pretty quickly, but we got some pyromancies. All right, shall we get the show on the road? All right, let's do this. Yep, there's Nachka. She will shoot spells at you, so... But, getting close. Why are you not triggering? Do I have to actually hit you? Wow. And there she is. So the item's over here, so... No, don't fight him. Come over here. Even with the red eye thing on, she's gonna focus on him. Well, you're dead, so... Tarkus Tark. Scorpius Nachka Soul. Scorpius Nachka. Okay, yeah, Tark made this fight pretty easily because I could get my pyromancies off. Yeah, again, Flame Swath just chunked her health. Firestorm, you let me down. You let me down, Firestorm. Seems like you only hit the enemy like once, maybe twice. So, just stick with Flame Swath. Or Swath, or Swath, or however you want to pronounce it. But, yeah, Scorpius Nachka. Yeah, Tarkus, I'm surprised she focused on Tarkus. Even though I have the red eye ring, which supposedly, yeah, were easier to detect, but basically draws enemy aggro whenever you hit her. So, but I guess she wanted Tarkus dead, or Tark. I keep calling him Tarkus. It's Tark. Yeah, I guess she wanted him dead. So I think your red eye ring was kind of pointless. But yep. So unfortunately, we did get the item. It is only a flame butterfly, so it is. It's. There's no way to break it without Nashka. She has to actually break it, but yeah. Other than that, pretty easy fight. Pretty easy fight. Yeah, again, you could cut her tail off, but no real reason to. Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't. She usually is supposed to activate the fight the moment you get close to her. I guess we had to actually hit her, which is surprising. I just remember just walking close to her to cause it to activate. But, oh well. Yeah, she does spells, she does melee, she poisons. But other than that, she's a pretty straightforward fight. Yep. Tark made it a bit easier, but... Alright. Yeah, Scorpius Nachka. Oh, we also got her soul. Almost forgot. Nachka was born of the misdeeds of an ancient being, a frail soul from the beginning, that soon succumbed to madness. Yep. We can get some weapons out of it. I think it's like a rapier and something else, but maybe a spell, probably. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a spell, but yeah. All right, and let me put that on. Alright, so before we press on, I want to go back to Tark. Yeah, because now that Nachka is dead, Tark has something for us. So I'm going to go to him, and we'll talk to him. So I'll see you in a little bit. Oh, we can also get the, what you call it? Oh, he's not back? I'll probably just have to quit reload for him to show up again. We can get the... There you are. Come here, you little bastard. There we go. Shard, chunk, and boltstone. Nice. 2 shards, actually, and a boltstone. Nice. Boltstone is for lightning fusion, so it's good to have. Alright. Let's quit reload. Tark should show up again, and we can talk to him at that point. Yes, I know my network's disabled, otherwise I'll go online. I don't want to go online, so... Alright. Oh, really? You're not back? Okay, so I have to actually go rest at a bonfire then, huh? I should have told me sooner. Whatever, let's do it. I want to talk to Tark before we press on, because I don't want to forget about it. There we go, Tark. Thank you for showing up again. Let's put our Winger Whispers on. Alright, Tark, we defeated your better half.
You've defeated my better half. This is my thanks. Take it.
Gives us a branch of yore. Nice. We definitely need to get as many as we can. I know at least one more petrified statue we got on Petrify or something. Trying to think quick. There's also another spot in the Shrine of Amana, I believe we need a branch of yore to get to. So, thank you, Tark. Thank you.
I have no gods to pray to. But still, I pray that your journey will be safe.
And we can learn Gesture. Warm up. Alright. Anything else?
I have no gods to pray to. But still, I pray.
Cool.
I have, but...
Alright. So, that's it for Tark for now. Once we beat the Dear Duke's Freya, he'll have something new for us, but... Or at least, once we kill Duke Sildora, he'll have something for us, but... Alright, so let's just slap on a ring real quick. He gave us warm-up. Alright. Also got the decapitate from Vengarl. Some of these gestures are just awesome. Alright. Alright, so now let's press on to Nashka's boss room, where I'll see you again. Alright. We're back. Nashka's boss room, yep. Yeah, it's a bunch of holes in the middle, almost like little, I don't know what, like giant worms coming through, I guess. Whatever. But, yep. Item forever out of our reach. Oh well. Alright. So we go this way. This should lead us to the Doors of Pharos. Yep. I don't think there's any fake walls in here. Not that I remember. They usually don't have any of these like transitions areas. But yeah, we'll check anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not any. Just, you know, going back and forth, back and forth. Alright, so, yeah, whatever. Alright. Doors of Pharos. Alright. There's a bonfire just past that primal night, but we'll clear out this room real quick. Alright. Primal Knight, Garum. Yeah, that guy over there is Garum. It's another Garum type. Garum Warrior, I believe he is. Yeah, we're in water, so having a lightning weapon would definitely help, but fire's not going to help because it makes them very resistant. Yep. Alright. Come here, Elephant Man. I do have some gold pine resin I forgot about. Didn't do the attack I thought you were going to do. Thought you were going to swing with your halberd. Thank you. Dropping their armor pieces. Yep. They can drop their armor, their shield, their weapon. I think it's a greatsword actually, but... Alright. It's probably down here. I know what's up here. It was their leggings, right? Alright, I think of... It was their legging, right? Alright, I am blind then. I know what it looks like, I just can't see it. That's Hexer. Okay, unless it's his helmet. Alright, I'm blind, I don't see it. Okay, I don't know where it is. I don't know what I picked up then. I thought it was a piece of their armor, but... not seeing it. One more, one more. Oh, here it is. Okay, gauntlets. I was like, I know what it looks like, I just can't find it. Rusted Mastodon gauntlets. Yep. Gauntlets worn by the primal knights of Drangelic Castle. Durability is low due to rusting. Its weight would normally crush a man, but to the brutish primal knights, it may as well be made of papyrus. Yep, paper, basically. Yep. We can't get the pristine version in Drangelic Castle, so... yeah. Primal Knights are Mastodons. Okay. It took me forever to find that piece. I thought it was leggings, but nope, it was gauntlets. Alright. The bonfire is just over there. We have a Giram to... got behind your shield, buddy. And we got his boots. Knights. That time I saw boots. Here we are. Gurm Warrior Boots. Ooh. Warrior Boots of the nomadic Gurm. Excellent poise and defense, but very heavy. Yeah, most Gurm or descendants refuse contact from Most Gurm descendants refuse contact with outsiders and live with a sense of deep contempt for those who exiled them. Yep. Long breeches and boots. Alright, so those are Gurm Warriors. That's a Primal Knight, Mastodons. Alright. Just want to take a quick look. Do I really want to do this right now? Not really. We'll hit the bonfire and then we'll call it an episode. Yeah. No, just hit the bonfire. Just hit the bonfire. It is the bonfire. Here we go. Bonfire! Yippee! There. So yeah, this is a good farming spot for the Gurm Warrior set and the Primal Knights. Yep, here we go. The Rat Covenant. Yep, the Doors of Pharos is the Rat Covenant area. Yep. So, Gurm's Respite. So before we close out, let's go to Strayed, grab the Forlorn Greatsword, and we'll call it from there. What's up?
Well, very funny.
By item, Greatsword of the Forlorn. Ooh, does a little bit of dark. Who wandered the lands of the undead, the king's elder brother Aldia sought to overcome the curse through means unlike his siblings. The Forlorn were born of Aldia's sinful infatuation. Thank you. Yep, we got all the armor pieces. We got this one by defeating our fourth Forlorn, which I believe invaded in the gutter. Yeah, it was in the gutter. I mean, not the gutter, Black Gulch. Yeah. Yeah, cause as I was farming chunks, I put on the delicate ring, and he invaded. Just confirming that they can invade, even if the area boss is dead. So, they didn't invade for you during your first pass through. You can just rest at a bonfire, kind of walk through it again, and they'll have a chance to spawn again. Alright, so trade. Anything new? Yes. Scorpius Nachka Soul Shower. Hurl a huge soul mass which splits into smaller souls that rain from above. Requires real talent and is difficult to handle. Only works in certain places and against certain foes. I think it's the only thing we get from her soul. Yeah, I don't see any other weapons here. Yeah, it only takes 22 intelligence. We can put on a ring for that. Okay.
Pyromancy was she hot, the wit wanting. Feeble, do you?
Alright. Thank you, Strayed. What else do I want to do? Yeah, now we're at the doors of Pharos. No, we'll go back to Majula real quick. Go to Majula and we'll call it there. No, standard. Alright, and with that, I am going to call an episode. Yep, we finished up the Shaded Woods. Yep. I start off at the bonfire in the little aqueduct area past the Misty Woods. Then we just kind of press forward. Let's see, what the first thing we did, I think we went upstairs, grabbed a soul item. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't remember. Yeah, it's probably just like a soul item, if anything, but yep. So went up there, grabbed the item, dealt with some more transparent or quasi-transparent enemies. Yeah, they're just shaded white. You can't target lock them, which kind of sucks, but yeah, they're not too hard with our claymore, so we just kind of beat them up. Yep. We went press forward. We went downstairs. Opened up a chest containing some magic bolts. I think it's just regular bolts. Yeah, bolts for yeah, these. Yeah, weapons fortified with magic are particularly effective against heavily armored foes or creatures with scales. Yep. Tipped with aromatic ooze. Yeah, so we grabbed those. Went up to the upper level of the aqueduct, I guess. I think it's an aqueduct or a bridge of some sort. There was another chest containing a titanite chunk, as well as a petrified dragon bone. How many do we have? 7? Okay. Yeah, petrified dragon bones are what we use to upgrade boss weapons, so gonna have to have some of them on hand. But yep. So we looted that chest, and then we made our way into the next section proper. Yep. Where I think our first thing we did is we hooked to the left. I think we hooked to the left. Was it that? No. Oh no, the first thing we did is we hopped across. Yeah, we hopped down towards the right side of the little bridge. There's like a little cliff edge we can kind of walk along, which had a petrified lion warrior. Yeah, that's the one you want unpetrified for the Fang Key. Yeah, the Fang Key is needed to free Ornifex. Yeah, because Ornifex is locked behind a door, which requires, again, the Fang Key to get. So we made sure to unpetrify him, killed him, grabbed the key, made our way back onto the starting near the bonfire. And then we just went back, pressed forward. Yeah, so after that we got off the bridge, hooked to the left into like a little structure, which we made our way down, killed another transparent guy, I guess. Took a swing at the crystal lizard, didn't get it. Looted a chest containing... what did it contain? It contained something. Oh, it contained a dark infused scythe. It's a bardiche, but the game calls it a scythe. But so we looted another weapon, and then we dropped down to where Man Scorpion Tark was. Yep. Put on our Ring of Whispers, and then we were able to talk to him. Yep. He just kind of talked about how he's about how his master was, he was jealous about what others didn't have, or what he didn't have that others had, and how his madness eventually devolved into creating experiments, and which created Tark as well as Nashka, and he eventually became mad and all that stuff. Yep, and then Tark asked us to kill his better half, his betrothed. Yep, he wanted us to kill Scorpioness Nashka. So, yep. So we just finished talking with him, went back up, or back out. Yeah, there was another petrified statue we could have unpetrified, but we decided not to. Yeah, because we don't really need it to. Yeah, I will just say that. But, so we made our way up, back out to where we came from, and we kind of worked our way around. Yep. There was another statue we could have unpetrified, but we're not going to, not yet, not until I know we don't need any more fragrant branches of yore to block areas or particular items, I'll say. So now there's 2 statues left that we could unpetrify for items, but yeah. So we left that statue there towards a little ruins section containing another lion warrior, 2 lion warriors, as well as the unique golden lion warrior. He has a bit more health. He does not respawn. Yep. And the thing about him is that he does have a rare chance of dropping a different chest piece as well as a helmet, or helmets in air quotes, because it's not really a helmet, but yeah. He has 2 unique drops to him, but again, he doesn't respawn, so unless we want to use a bonfire aesthetic, yeah, not gonna happen. I don't think Covenant of Champions works on him. I could try, but I don't think it does. Yep. So we beat him up. He did drop something, but it was just a troc that boosts dark defense, so not really. Got our hopes up, but came crashing down. Boom. So there's another statue there we could have unpetrified, but we didn't. Went upstairs, picked up another item. I think it was like a soul item or something. Dropped down, dealt the other line warrior. Used our bow and arrow to kind of destroy a trap of sorts. Yeah, it's like a little board over a hole that if you walk on it, it'll break, you'll fall down, you get surrounded by basilisks. It's a real mess. And so yeah, we used the bow and arrow to just disable that. Scooted around the edge to grab a life gem. Up a little hill with some more invisible guys. Press forward a bit. Triggered another little board trap thing, but that will actually lead to somewhere we wanted to go. But yeah. But so before we dropped down, we went over a little bit, took care of a little moth in the trees. I think we went up the spiral staircase, which eventually led us to Creighton the Wanderer. Yep. Yeah, Creighton is there, plotting his revenge. Yep. Apparently we startled him, and he said, the person he's after lives in Brightstone Cove, which is down the way. Yep. And so I guess the next time we'll see him, he'll be in combat, actually. He'll be fighting Pate. Yep. So, and then we'll have a choice at that point, but there's only one choice to make at this point, because we already got Pate stuff, so we don't need Pate anymore, so I think we can just kill him, and Creighton will give us his stuff. So I'll just have to double check real quick, but I think that's how it works. But yeah, anyway. So again, next time we'll see him, he'll be fighting Pate. But grabbed a soul item next to him, and then we took the dive down. Yeah, the second hole we came upon by the trees. We dropped down, opened the chest for the homing soul mass spell, and then we talked to Dark Diver Grendel. Yeah. So he did not let us join his covenant, but at this point I think we have to beat him 3 times in order for us to actually do that little Covenant quest thing. So the next spot we'll meet him in is in Drangelic Castle. So I was hoping to do that earlier, but I guess not. Yeah, so we talked to him, hopped it down, used lightning spear to blast some basilisks, avoided the acid pits, and then we opened up the door. Yep. Used the fan key to unlock the door, and we met Weaponsmith Ornifex. Yep. So now and in that little room was another fragrant branch of yore. So, yep, so we got our fragrant branches of yore back, which is nice. So I think we have 3, don't we? We only have 2. Why do we only have 2? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, because we had to use 1 in order to get to Vengarl's body. Okay. Okay. They're all accounted for now. Alright. Yeah. So we opened the door to Ornifex, talked to her, so now she'll be at her house in Brightstone Cove as well. So, yeah. Then we backtracked out, which dropped us off at the ledge with the Lion Warrior with the Fang Key. Went back to the bridge. We also, there's like little ruins right before the drop down we did, which had another petrified statue, which blocked access to a chest containing the Lion Mage Warrior set, or the Lion Mage set, as well as another branch of yore. And then after all that, I'm trying to remember what we did. And after that, we went back to the bonfire. Didn't rest, but we hopped across the other side, the left side. Yep. That had another moth on the little wall, as well as a Cien Knight. Yep, a Cien Knight guarding a Sublime Bone Dust. So we have another Bone Dust we can use at the bonfire, which I'll probably do between episodes. But yep. And then we tried to Greatsword parry, but it's very slow, so you have to really time it right. But we gave it a shot. But yep. So we beat him up, grabbed the Sublime Bone Dust. I think there's another soul item next to that. And then we unpetrified the other lion statue. Yep. Because that blocked the way towards Vengarl's body. That one in particular led us behind Vengarl's body, allowing you to backstab or get the drop on him at least. So then we took on his body. Yep. Pretty tanky boy. I think he survived a parry, a backstab, as well as a lightning spear. So he's, very tanky. He hits pretty hard too, I'll say that. But we did get the job done. We did get his body. It doesn't respawn. It drops the rest of Vengarl's armor set. And then after that, we ran back to Vengarl's head. He noticed that his body was dead, thanks to us. Yep. And at that point, he becomes an NPC summon for particular bosses. I'm not 100% sure which bosses. I know we can summon him for the Thronewatcher Defender and the Sandra. We can also summon him in the Frigid Outskirts. How helpful that is, who knows. There's also a few other fights you can summon him, but I don't know of any other off the top of my head at the moment. Yeah. But, yep. So, he's a summon now. You can also buy his weapons and shields from his head. Probably do that between episodes as well. And after that, we went back to the bonfire. Got equipped for the boss fight. And then we were invaded by the Forlorn. Yep. Invasion number 5. Where we took him on, beat him up. Yep. That, because that was the 5th invasion, and he had a greatsword, which means the greatsword is now, it's available from Strayed, Then we bought it eventually, but yeah. 5th invasion, beat it up, weapon available. And then after that, we just pressed forward to the boss fight, summoned Tark, got ready, went through the fog, and took on Scorpioness Nashka. Not a bad fight. Even with the red eye ring on, she was adamant on fighting Tark. Yep. So I wanted to lure her to the tree with the item on it, but she wouldn't cooperate, and oh well. Again, it's just a flame butterfly, so nothing important. Yep, so we just beat her up, used flame swath, fire pillar, firestorm was kind of a letdown. So yep, just beat her up, got her soul, went back to Man Scorpion Tark, grabbed that crystal lizard along the way, dropped 2 shards, a chunk, as well as a bolt stone, so that'll probably come in handy eventually. And then I think we actually had to go. I think we had to do a quick reload or a rest at a bonfire in order to get him to show back up. Yeah. So once you summon him for the fight, if you don't, I think you have to reload the area somehow for him to show back up at his spot. But we eventually showed back up, talked to him. He gave us a branch of Vior for killing Nashka. I'm pretty sure you don't have to summon him to get that reward, but I did it anyway, just in case. So, yep. So now we're done with him for now. Not until we kill Duke Sildora for anything new with Tark. So that's gonna be a little bit. And then after that, we went back to the Nashka's arena, pressed forward into the Doors of Pharos, took care of a Primal Knight and a Gurn Warrior, went to Strayed, bought the Forlorn Greatsword, came to Majula, and that was it. Just finished up the Shaded Woods. Yep. And next episode is the Doors of Pharos. Yep, the Doors of Pharos. We can make it very easy on us, or we can make it, well, there is a way to make the Doors of Pharos really easy. You just have to be in the Rat King Covenant. If you're in the Rat King Covenant, the enemies there are not hostile, but where's the fun in that? So yeah, the next stop is the Doors of Pharos. Yep. A lot of Pharos contraptions. There is an invader, Bowman Guthrie, I think it's called. Yeah, he'll invade. I think the Forlorn can invade as well, but yeah, a lot of little nooks and crannies to get into. But yeah, that's for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.